Hey, what's up? It's your man. Check it out. Just got done listening to Eminem's Revival album. Actually, I listened to it late last night when it dropped. Thought about it. Gotta listen to a couple more tracks again. And here's what I think. First of all, in my opinion, when I first heard it, I'm kind of like, where we going with this? You know, what's going on, right? Then as you listen to it, more and more, you like, wait a minute, lyrically, like, like his lyrics is still on point. It's like he switched his style up. The style that he's been having lately, kind of like with this robotic-ish type flow. It's like, it's kind of weird, but then it's kind of dope in a way. It's kind of like his own style, it seems like, right? So listening to, like, you know, the Walk on Water, which I said in the video before, I thought Walk on Water would be his first, you know, opening track of the album, and then something after it would be just bananas, right? The second song after Walk on Water, which is Believe, that song is starting to grow on me. At first I'm like, but then as you listen to it, with, you know, and you turn it up and you kind of like get into it, it's like, oh, it is kind of dope. You know what I mean? That was the second track, right? Let me see real quick, because I got the, god damn it, I got the playlist right here, and make sure that was, yeah. Right, there you go. Yeah, it was that. Believe was the, you know, that second track. And then you got Chloraseptic. That song dope too, lyrically. At first, I was like, whatever. But Chloraseptic dope too. Now, there is a couple tracks on here I'm like, I just don't feel the production, the beats or whatever, right? But then when you listen to them lyrically spitting, it's still dope. So with it being 19 tracks, but 17 like real songs and like 2 skits or intros or whatever the hell, I was kind of like mixed. Don't get me wrong, not mixed to say it's the album whack, but it's hard as a, you know, original M fan from back in the day. A lot of M fans gonna compare everything he do to his first, second, or third album. My favorite M album is the Eminem Show, right? And to me, I mean, the Eminem Show is just, you know, it got the spitting, and it got just the beats, you know what I mean, that just make it like complete. In my opinion, this album, Revival, to me, it does fall right in line with his last album, which I guess makes sense. His last one being the Marshall Mathers LP2. To me, this could easily be the Marshall Mathers LP3, because it has a very strong feel like the last album, in my opinion, right? My favorite track on here so far, I think, is Offended. I like Offended. I like Me featuring Alicia Keys. And there's one more on here. Let me see which one it was. I thought was real. Let me see. Offended. Not Remind Me. Believe, I talked about that. One on here I was just listening to. Not Need Me. Need Me was alright. I don't know where is it at. Hold on, let me find it. Maybe it was it Chloraseptic? What's the one he was? Oh, it might be Like Me. Maybe that's what it was. Like Me, whatever. What the one where he talking about Donald Trump. So I'm sure that's gonna be like some controversial, you know, this day and age. I'm sure he'll be tracked by the government and gonna be trying to be banned from the United States. I don't know. But like the one song, Like Me, basically he was just talking about Donald Trump. Now, on the level of, in the past videos, me talk about whether would he bring it or not, you know, lyrically, will he take it back to the day? In my opinion, no, he didn't really do that. But it's almost like maybe, you know, he's smart enough to realize how sensitive the world is, because the only thing he really touched on was you know, like Donald Trump, that's pretty much what's going to be obvious with this album. But, you know, could he have went other places, you know, controversial areas? I'm sure he could have, you know what I mean, without still being too, you know, crazy. But I think he makes up for the lack of like shock value, so to speak. I think he made up for it with his lyrics. Like, there's so many hidden lyrics, not hidden, but like when you think about some of the lines, to me, it doesn't have that, you know, the shock value, so to speak, and maybe that's not even the time for that now, I guess. But I don't know, lyrically, this might be better than like the Eminem show. If you just go off of like lyric, like rhyming, this might be one of his best albums, in my opinion. Like, some of the production, some of the beats, I ain't feeling some of it. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. But lyrically, I don't know. Like, the more and more I listen to it, the more and more I'm like, oh, I mean, he is spitting on some of these tracks. Now, is every track great? Absolutely not. There's some I just, you know, I wasn't feeling. But with that being said, the next question is going to be, is this his last album? Because he was, if you listen to it, a lot of like little clues basically saying this is my last album. He even said it on a couple songs, like, this is it, I'm done, blah, 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 blah. But first of all, I do believe, I think he still could drop some more albums, at least one or two more. Keep in mind, he got that rap battle movie coming out, and they say he's on the soundtrack, so I'm sure he'll be spitting on there. But I don't think this is his last album. I really do think he can keep going. Of course, I'm an M fan, so I'm going to say that. Some people going to be like, man, he done, you know. But lyrically, hey, he's still sharp in my opinion. Content-wise, I mean, you know, it is what it is. All right, but that's my take on Revival. Overall, I think it's a dope album, and I actually think it'll grow on me more and more as I listen to it. But that's my take on it. Boy, still spitting. What do you think? Hey, if you want to earn your first $1 online in the next 5 seconds, click the link in the description.